Greetings and salutations, mortals. My name is MonsterBat, and welcome to my book project on Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. I've made a game. Now I'm going to try and be a little more calm, because if I can't show everything to my teacher and my students tomorrow, I don't know how to phrase that, then you'll be able to see it here. Now, this contains historical context, social context, characters, setting, theme, plot. You get the idea. The basics needed for that. So, let's just get into it. Oh, and please bear with me. It doesn't get directly into the Abraham Lincoln stuff until later. To Green Room. Start the game. There is a small switch underneath the sign. Press it? Of course you press it. What's the worst that could happen? You wait. You continue to wait. So how you doing? A few more minutes. It's gonna take a while, I think. Is it the generators? These old buildings, they sometimes take a minute to warm up. We don't have this problem normally. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should check the fuses or something. Seems like I should do something to start the game. I feel responsible for this happening. I mean, I know it's not my fault, but you're the player. You've been in here 5 minutes. You really couldn't have broken it in that time. Could you? Listen, I'm going to go down to the basement and check things out, okay? Let's talk to this guy. I'll admit it. Was not expecting that. Wait, the music didn't start. The freaking music didn't... Why is everything going wrong? I swear, this does not happen normally. Okay, I'll just freaking start it manually for now. Let's see here. Wait, the music, it's gone. Yeah, it's not... Why? I saved it. I swear I saved. Had some really nice soft piano music to set a kind of calm, mysterious mood. Okay, you know what? Right now, the rock song is going to have to do. Hello, and welcome to this really, really broken game. I'm the developer. I made the game, I made you, I made the creepy teddy bear from back when the game was a survival horror title. I'm sure you have a lot of questions, but I'll answer the two most important ones first. Then, I'll stop answering questions. Question number 1. Does this game have anything to do with Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter? The answer to that is pretty obvious. Of course it has to do with the book. No, not the movie, the book. You were originally going to play as Abe going through the story. Sadly, my computer went crazy and had to be wiped. So I thought to myself, okay, I'll reinstall everything, the game will just be shorter. Maybe a player can experience just one chapter, or a battle. Sadly, all the assets I thought I had that I could reinstall, well, let's say it didn't work and leave it at that. So, now it was supposed to be a museum showing the main characters a bit of the story and some context. Of course, now, everything is breaking. So I'll guide you along and make sure nothing else important explodes into a million pieces. Now question number 2. It's very important. Why do you have bunny ears? The answer is quite simple. I'm a developer running out of development time. I've been given a bunch of random parts and I've tried to make it make some sort of sense. I've had the option to give you bunny ears. So you've got bunny ears. Get used to it. Now I understand that as a player you feel the need to backtrack, click the action button all along the walls to make sure there's no Easter eggs. I also understand that if I tell you not to do that, you're just going to do it anyways. I know that even if I force you to move the story along, you'll probably just still try some crap. Restart the game, look for cheats, exploit glitches, just to see what would happen. So now's your chance. Speak with me again when you want to move forward. Alright, better... Okay, let's start by clicking all along the walls. I swear, this has to do with the game and Abraham Lincoln. I just have to check, okay? So, oh. Yep. You found a rather useless Easter egg after I told you to look for one. Congratulations. Don't you just feel so proud? Was it really worth it to get these few more seconds of dialogue? That's it. Alright. Hey, let's try backtracking. I bet there's something there. That wasn't there before. Let's check it out. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, we're going back now. We are not doing that. No, sirree. Let's just talk to the developer again. So, you're ready. Splendid. Let me just load up the other map. Here's my little loading screen. Used to be an endgame level, but I repurposed it. Just give it a second. What do you like? What do you think of my loading screen? You like? There. No. That wasn't supposed to. I mean, it wasn't. That was a leftover map. I may have told you, but this was a horror game before it was an informative game. Everything keeps breaking. Depressing, isn't it? Depressing, like the theme of Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. See what I did there? I mean, Mr. Lincoln was really sincerely depressed before, during, and after he was president. One sentence in the book states this pretty well. For the second time in 5 years, Lincoln's thoughts turned to suicide, page 178. I have to include textual evidence for all those who are just wondering why. His mom dies by a vampire. His sister dies in childbirth. Some of his children die. His friend Jack dies by a freaking cold after standing out in the rain too long. He proposes to someone. Guess what they do? They kick the proverbial bucket. Strangely enough, most of the time they die by way of vampire. Guess that explains why he took up the vamp hunting business. That means that a secondary theme would probably be vengeance. Vengeful Abraham Lincoln. Eyes ablaze under a comical stovetop top hat. You picture that and you just can't really help but laugh somehow. Should have loaded by now. Okay, I made that way too loud. Okay, I'm sorry if it's a little bit ringing in your ears. But, okay, let's talk to these guys. This is Henry Sturgis, a vampire and a friend to the president. He would send a series of letters to Lincoln telling what vampires to kill. It is his belief that not all vampires are evil, but some deserve to die sooner than others. In the end of the book, he both avenges Abraham's death, I'm gonna turn that down, and raises him as a vampire. What a guy. Edgar Allan Poe. Yes, he does appear in this book. Originally, he was mistaken as a vampire by Abe. Luckily, Abe didn't kill him before he figured out that. Abe and Poe meet up every once in a while in the book to discuss vampires. That is until Poe ironically dies by the hand of a vampire. Yeah, this book has a lot of irony. Joshua Speed is, to understate it slightly, an extremely talkative person. When he was a child, Speed's father sold slaves to vampires. As such, Speed knew of vampires from an early age. When Abe first met Speed, he thought him annoying and chatty, but afterwards he taught him how to talk to vampires. Speed became a great companion to Abe, as Jack did. Vampires, vampires, vampires. The book doesn't really say what Jack Armstrong looks like, except that he's a brick wall of a man. Jack hails from the Clary's Grove Boys, a gang that hails from the next town over from Lincoln's job in the store of New Salem. Upon meeting Jack, Abe believes him to be nothing more than his strength. After a brawl with the Clary's Grove Boy, Lincoln realizes he is rather contemplative. Eventually, Jack became a close vampire hunting companion to Link, and they would go on many adventures. Jack eventually died by way of sickness after standing out in the rain and trying to outdoors. This is a tribute to his stubborn nature, one of his defining qualities. I can't talk today. Here's Abe. Here we see the hero, the president, the vampire killing man himself, main character himself, Mr. Abraham. After his mother was killed by a vampire, Abe makes a rather hot-headed decision. He decides to kill all vampires in America. This idea is pretty much the basis of the entire book. On his epic quest, he meets many interesting characters, many of which appear in this very hall. Spoiler alert! Spoilers! Abe eventually realizes slavery allows vampires to gain a cheap supply of food. That's where the Emancipation Proclamation comes in. In the end, Abe defeats them without killing them all. Of course, the undead John Wilkes Booth ends up killing him in the last ditch effort to keep the vampire movement alive. Rather ironically, Lincoln's friend Henry Sturgis raises his dead body, making him the very thing he fought. So basically, Abraham Lincoln is still alive. Go figure. What follows is as close a representation of the president's face as I can get. Enjoy! Sorry, Mr. President. Okay, well, let's see. Oh, I forgot to check the Easter eggs. Ah, well, it's fine. So, here we are. All the presidents. I was supposed to do this in the beginning, but I forgot. Sorry. This is where I included all the main characters of the book. Feel free to look at them all, and I'll talk to you about them. Go through the trapdoor when you're ready to leave. So, I'm ready to leave. What about you guys? You're ready to leave, too. You're stuck with it, because I'm ready to leave, so... This This next map that's loading tells you about some of the historical and social context of the book game. You know, Jack dying because he was out in the rain for too long shows that they didn't have great medicine at the time of the book. Actually, dying by fever was pretty common. Slavery was commonplace at this time, but was about to be overtaken by freedom. In the book, Lincoln believes slavery was the reason vampires could thrive so much. It was a cheap food source. On that note, Algis Valunas, probably misspoke that, quotes Lincoln saying, "Your race are suffering, in my opinion, the greatest wrong inflicted on any people." So slavery was a big deal at this time. What else? Top hats were considered a normal thing to wear to the library, or anything else. Steamboats were considered fast and efficient. Most people wrote to one another, but the telegraph had been invented. Actually, I think the level shows how the book was set in the Civil War America, and the plot intertwines with Civil War and this time period in particular, since a lot of the book is on slavery. I can't talk. As the book itself says, a house divided against itself cannot stand. I believe this government cannot endure permanently half slave and half free. That's actually the book quoting Abraham Lincoln. I'm not sure if it's a real quote. I know the whole house divided cannot stand thing, but it was never confirmed that this was the exact phrasing that he used. So, it's probably it, but you get the idea. You know, I don't describe it very well. I'll let the level show you what I mean. It should have loaded by now. No. This is an extra level from when the game was a horror title. I called it Jump Scare Alley. Listen, just try to get to the end and we can move on. I have faith in you! Sort of. Okay. Let's move on. A little cautious. That's speeding up. It's not good. That's not good. It's getting faster. What's it counting down to? Hello? Again? Oh no. Okay. Alright. Let's go up to it and poke it. Let's poke the bear. There's the clock again. And, what's going... Hi! You're creepy. The end. Ooh. Well, my mother always told me that if I'm stranded in a room with a gigantic switch, I was to press it. There we go. What happened? What'd I do? I can't move. I win! Lights came on! Yay! I guess we're done. Yes! You've won! Congratulations! There may have been a few bugs, but what did you think? Worth it for the ending? Thanks for playing! You weren't alone. and then I died. I think my game kind of glitched there. Sorry about that. Well, okay, so for all intents and purposes, at this point, the game is done. That's my book report. But if you're really interested, I added in a secondary secret ending. So let's load one of my saves that I have, so that you can see the secret ending. Here we go. So we're back in this room. Nothing's changed. But if we go over to the here, because I forgot to check for Easter eggs. Yes! I get it! You like Easter eggs. Fine. Maybe if I just give you some flavor text, you'll leave the map alone and get on with it. You feel the world change slightly. A door that was closed may now be opened. I don't know why I'm doing this sassy thing. That good enough for you? Okay, so that actually does change something. You can get a version of this ending just through the normal playthrough, but that's how you get the true ending, as I like to call it. Yeah, so I can just skip this part and just get to Jump Scare Alley. We have to get through Jump Scare Alley in order to find this, so yeah. By this time, if you are still grading my work based on this, I guess I'm talking to the teacher now, then hello, welcome. I hope you enjoy the secret ending as much as possible, and this was my first time making an RPG Maker game, so what do you think? Worked really hard on this, weeks. I did not realize that there was a 3-minute limit on my presentation. So there's this tiny little room that you can't do anything in. If you click the walls looking for Easter eggs... Really? The switch was right there, and you decided to press the opposite wall just to see if there was another Easter egg. You make me sick. You want an Easter egg? Fine. You get an Easter egg. There you go. An entire room to yourself. I bet you're asking yourself right now, are there any more Easter eggs in here? Is it worth it to check every nook and cranny just to look for it? Well, is it? I'm gonna say it's not. Tough Beans checks a lot. You're not getting out of here anytime soon. Okay then. I'm gonna just... There's a lot of things to check. Does this bear do anything? Is black. So, I bet there's going to be some sort of weird racist joke, because I said it's black, but I don't care. Let's see here. Is that... What's that? You want to leave? You want to continue playing outside of this room? Too bad. The door's locked! At that point, the game should have, like, just left you there and stopped, but since we did that Easter egg, this is happening. Well, that's not right. It's not even a key in the game. How do you do that? So I got through the door, so this is the loading screen. And let's go through this. No! No, 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 no. Exit the game. Get out of here. You're not supposed to... Just really now, just think about what you're doing here. This isn't a good place. Just leave, just leave, just leave. You're not supposed to be here. What don't you trust me? I don't trust him. It's me who's talking, but I don't trust him. What? Why not? Just leave this freaking glitch. Listen to me. Now is not the time to be looking for Easter eggs. We need to get you out of here before you do something you're going to regret. This is the leftover boss battle from the horror game. You have no skills, no attack, no armor. It has 10,000 HP. I made it for hard mode. You're supposed to rely on your skills, which again, you don't have. Don't touch that well. I'm gonna touch it. I'm gonna touch the well. Let's touch the well and see what... Oh no. Hi! You're here. Good. Let's talk to you, I guess. You came. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. But you're not alone. So cold and alone. No one to be your friend. I can help you. And then we get into the boss battle. Error. File corrupt emerges. Alright. So let's fight it. We have We have 5 health. I'm probably overloading my mic, but... So, let's see. We could just attack it, and that'd be interesting. Or we could look in our special. This is interesting. Insult game. Would he comment on the game itself? Exploit glitch. Use the game's strategic quality to your advantage, or farm. That's all I can do right now. Time well spent. Let's insult it. Hey! I worked hard on those grabs. Hey, it worked. Ooh, I took 1 damage, though. That's not good. I have 15 attack points, so I could do look up cheats, but I want to see what these do, so... Also, that was interesting. Apparently, my voice is in here. Okay. Where it flies in the air, and it's supposed to be possible. Yeah, that wasn't supposed to be possible. Me! But I did it! Me! So let's troll. No, let's farm. We can't troll yet. That takes 100. And now you're farming. Great. Hey, don't use that sarcastic accent with me. Accent? Sarcastic tone with me. Wait, okay. What are you looking up? I'm looking up cheats for the game, of course. Lol. Well, this looks interesting. A little troll. I cheated. I got 99999 gold. So that's 99,999 gold. Good. Good for me. Well then. You beat it by trolling it to death. Well, 10 out of 10 but, for style, but minus several million for good thinking. That's from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, by the way. Still, you deserve some sort of compensation. I've got an idea. Make the right choice this time, okay? Now I'm gonna make the wrong choice. I'm gonna turn around and press the wall again. Oh, no you don't. I love that part. I know I shouldn't because it's my thing, but I love it. And then just a normal thing happens. Just, I win again. And everything's okay. I guess? Yeah, we are done. Already did this, so... Yeah, so... Now, I've done this before, so the ghost comes back. You aren't alone, I know. But, it's the exact same ending. It's some sort of weird glitch again. I'm sorry. It's supposed to be some sort of secret ending, but it didn't work. See, goodbye, and then I die in 3, 2, 1, and... No! He won! He beat you! Go away! Shoo! Ghost is gone. What? Goodbye. Well, this is embarrassing. That was scheduled to happen before the boss battle. Sorry. I don't know what else to say. Really, in order to get this dialogue, you probably had to play the game a few times, so, suppose you've already seen most of the dialogue for yourself. This time, you really win. Don't be smug. So, I guess this is goodbye. Enjoy your victory while you can. Hope you learned at least a little bit about Abraham Lincoln's undead hobbies. You know, winning just doesn't seem like enough. You need something that'll motivate you to do more. Something that has more punch. Literally? Are you going to launch another boss battle? At this point, I would probably put in some kind of intricate boss battle. I would have said something like, "Now the real battle begins," or something like that. But since you've played this path, you know my reaction to crap like that. I could shamelessly promote another game I'm making. I'm thinking about making another game. I don't know. I'll just, fade black. And you can't get out. You can't do anything from that. Oh! I did not know this is an actual glitch, not... Okay, what happens if you fade to black again? I'm curious this time. I'm sorry, I want to see what happens. We fade to black again. On black. So, black on black, that's good. Now, thank you all so much for watching here. Let me get out of here. That's not... Oh, come on. Come on, come on. Yep. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been a Monster Bat production. I hope you enjoyed it. I really, really hope I don't have to do this again because something went wrong. Things keep going wrong. So, anyways, thank you. Goodbye. Oh, If you want more insanity, comment, subscribe. You get the idea. Okay, I'm going to be quiet now. Fade to black. You get the idea.